Goodbye. I'm done. I can't see. Music go.
Welcome everyone to the social van. Feeling Kyle sick of the bullshit. So here they are, reppin' C+, ready to turn every podcast to dust. So sit down and shut the fuck up, cause when in doubt, fuck your couch. Welcome everybody to the social van.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be. As always, I have the one and only, a really sexy ninja. He's so sexy. He makes the other guests unsexy because that's how sexy he is.
Whoa. I'm so sexy. I make everybody else look ugly. Damn, that's crazy. I thought I always took a lot of pride in being like the ugliest DJ in the underground. But thanks for the sexy props. Before we jump right into it, let's just take it back. Is that a good Is that a cool compliment from another dude? These days, I'm sure it is. But I mean, is it really though?
From this sexy ninja, it is.
Since you are KMB, the sexy ninja, when KMB, the sexy ninja, calls somebody a sexy ninja, that's a compliment. So I'll take that.
Jumping right on in, I have to ask, recording over fear, did it help turning off all social media?
Yes. Look, let me tell you this. Here's one thing. When I recorded Over Fear, a.k.a. full title, Over the Fear of, when I recorded that, I purposely did that. That was like so on purpose, it can't even be explained any harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did it because I knew that, hold on, let me flip these steaks. Ooh, they got the nice grill marks. Normally I got a fat ass spread of meat snacks on the grill, but today I'm going light. Just 3 steaks. That's
Just
it.
3.
Just for me. All of them. Fuck my kids. They're just for me.
They don't need to eat.
They can eat cereal.
Yeah, exactly. with water.
Everybody knows that's what they like. That is their steak. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is their steak of cereal.
I'm not a big cereal guy, so.
What?
Yeah.
What? How are you a fat kid like myself and don't like cereal? That's the main contribution to me being a fat kid is cereal, because I have a fucking crazy addiction and a crazy fucking of eating cereal late night when I'm not supposed to before I go to bed. Like, no matter what, I don't take my medication before I go to bed. I eat cereal before I go to bed.
I eat ramen, lots of ramen. Lots of Chinese food. So that's how I keep myself.
Before you go to bed?
Yeah, before I go to bed. Even when I'm in bed.
Oh, man, you really are a ninja. You schooled me on that just now, like, for real. I thought cereal was like a late night snack, but fucking ramen as a late night snack? Shit.
All day.
That's my lunch usually. Shit.
Some sriracha in that bitch. Oof.
Ooh, okay. Hey, you know what else, though? I need to send you, because I want the feedback and I want a review of it, some of my Overfear hot sauce that I got coming out this summer.
Oh, shit.
You want a prototype? I got you. I'll send you one.
All right, I'll send that info.
Send it over.
Man, you working, aren't you? You put it in work over there.
Dude, I'm an entrepreneur. Like, it's like, when we do this music shit, this shit's cool. This is my life. It's my art. It's what I do. It's all I know. You know what I'm saying? Is this music shit. Like, all aspects of it, from the performance to the production to the, anything in between all that. That's my life. But sometimes you expand onto other things that you like and that you're about and that you know that you can push and sell as well and make a profit off it. And not only just make a profit, but provide a product that people like. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hot sauce that I got, I for real back that shit. Like, this shit is delicious. If you're a wing guy, if you fuck with wings, this is the sauce for you. I'm gonna tell you right now the flavor. It's on the label. I'm trying to remember because it's still brand new, so bear with me. It is a habanero maple citrus. Tell me that ain't the bombest motherfucking combination in the world. Why hasn't anybody else thought of that?
I don't know. I like the idea of you going into hot sauce because that's what we've been trying to do too. Just because I was just like, why not hot sauce? If you know what's good, slap your name on it.
I've had about a dozen sent to me. I'm working with a company in California called Hella Hot Sauce. Cool people, you know what I'm saying? Real good business, everything like that. Great hot sauce. They've done a few other hot sauces for other artists in the rock genre, like the more hardcore heavy metal genre. You know, the hot sauce is hot as fuck. Like when they're called Hella Hot Sauce for a reason, because all their shit is hot as hell. And I'm working on 2 hot sauces right now currently. The first one is called Over Fear. The slogan is "Don't fear the sauce, overcome it." You know, and that one's good. It's a habanero hot. Like I said, it's the maple citrus habanero. After that, we're gonna follow up with a Let 'Em Bleed hot sauce. I don't even have to tell you; it speaks for itself. The sauce itself is blood red. It's gonna be hot as fuck. Like you gotta wear some gloves when you eat these wings type hot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to make your fucking intestines bleed on this one with the Let 'Em Bleed sauce. But that's not till maybe next winter or next summer. But the first one we're working on is Over Fear. That's this summer. You know.
I am very, very excited. And then I'm thinking down the road for the third hot sauce, an armed robbery hot sauce. That's just gonna rob you.
That's just gonna rob you of all the flavoring, all the fucking taste buds off your fucking tongue. Like you ain't gonna be able to taste shit for the next fucking week. Just like as if you're gonna really get robbed, you ain't gonna be able to buy shit for the next week.
And fucking pistol whip you right when you eat it.
It's gonna beat the shit out you as soon as you fucking taste it.
That's
a good idea. That's a good idea though. You know what I'm saying? Me and the company Hella Hot Sauce, we got a good relationship. So the third one could quite possibly be an armed robbery sauce. Go ahead and promote this, Bel Air, because they're not paying me at all. But I'm trying to get a sponsorship.
I'm trying to get a ramen sponsorship. Like I got a free ramen sticker from the actual company because I had some ramen eating and they just sent me a sticker. I'm like, all right, next one they're gonna send me a check.
That's the first step. Fuck a check. Just tell them you want mad free ramen.
All types, all flavors.
Right. All flavors. You want the motherfucking creamy, cheesy chicken. You want the motherfucking picante. You want the motherfucking the beef. You want the shrimp. You want all that shit. By the semi.
I got a little ass place, so I don't know by the semi, but I will take it by the case.
You will find that shit don't go bad. You'll find room.
Well, my kid don't need her bed, so if I could put all of it under her bed so she could sleep on top of it, I think we'd be straight.
There you go. All you need to do is give her some cereal. Oh my god, this weed is so good. It's killing me.
So I was thinking with all this, are you guys going to have armed robbery masks?
Yeah, actually, it's so fucking dope that you just asked that. Because they are actually in production right now. You know, we started when this COVID bullshit first started. You know what I'm saying? It started getting real thick. We ordered extra machines for sewing and stuff like that, and extra material just to make masks. That we have a separate company called National Duplication and Printing. Me and my partner. We don't only own Armed Robbery Entertainment. That's our main focus, obviously. You know, it's the music. We also own another company that's called NDP, National Duplication and Printing. It's a print shop. It's hard to explain, but the best way to say it is we do literally everything. Like if you can think it, we can print it, you know. So with being a printing company, we ordered extra machines, extra material, stuff like that to make masks, to donate to hospitals, etc., stuff like that. First responders, stuff like that. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about selling them. They weren't able, you know, it's a small business, so there's only a few of us there. So we weren't able to produce them, enough of them in time to donate like we wanted to. So now since that whole wave is kind of over, at least here in Michigan, you know what I'm saying, that wave's over. It's like the stay-at-home order is over with, which I think is stupid. Like, people should just stay their motherfucking asses at home a little bit longer. Just because the governor said it's cool to go outside doesn't mean you should probably fucking go outside, fucking dummy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of passionate about that because it involves my health, my safety, and my children's as well. So it's like if you can stay home, stay your ass at home. If you ain't got to, I understand. I mean, if you can't, absolutely, I understand. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just kind of passionate about it. It's like it's common sense. I see people doing shit like what I'm doing right now, barbecuing. Only there's like 30 people at the barbecue. That's how the shit spreads. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it spreads, homie. Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm not. I like to think I'm not, but that's how it spreads. Sometimes I get passionate about it. But anyway, fuck that COVID shit. That's why we've been doing stuff like virtual concerts, you know what I'm saying, to entertain everybody that is quarantined at home. We got more virtual concerts coming up. Bells has one coming up next. He has anybody that's familiar with the We Rob You radio series, volume 1 through 3, and to be continued. But volume 1 through 3, he's doing a We Rob You set, and it consists of strictly music off of those first 3 mixtapes that were put out that set him in stone. That really gave him his name. You know what I'm saying? Really, really, really put him out there. Was his mixtape game. Back when he first started hitting the scene, he was murdering it with the mixtape game, and got his buzz off of that. And now everything he does, makes noise, but it was off his mixtape game. He was so great at that. I remember going into the studio, and he would just have songs and songs upon song ready. And we'd just spend the next fucking 2-3 days in there straight sleeping in the studio, recording them bitches. Back in the day, this is around the time that I first got signed to Psychopathic. So I was doing my shit and his shit. So like I said, like we always made clear before, like armed robbery's always been going on at the same time that I was always doing my shit too. You know what I'm saying? I've always worked twice as hard. Always.
I heard through the rumbling you talked about another Let 'Em Bleed mixtape.
Yes. I'll go ahead and be the first to confirm that. Yeah, that's happening. There's no stopping that. There's nobody or nothing in the world that can stop that. I'm trying to think right now. What could stop it? Nothing. That's happening though.
Is it just gonna be strictly A&R entertainment, or will you be expanding out like how the last few Let 'Em Bleeds were?
Oh no, Let 'Em Bleed is keeping its original format. See, the thing is, like this. Here's what a lot of people don't understand about me, my situation personally. Like, people are like, "Oh, did DJ Clay leave Psychopathic? Did he get kicked off of Psychopathic?" A lot of people wonder what the answer is to that question. The answer is no to all of that shit. I didn't leave. I didn't get kicked off. All I did was expand my own fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me and Joe Bruce and me and Joey, we're on the phone day before yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still good homies. Like, there's no beef there. You know what I'm saying? Like other people, it's not like other people's situation. Everybody has their own situation going on. I don't know, no matter who it is. Let's just go ahead and start back to when Twisted left the label. They got their own situation, their own reasons why they did that. Everybody after that, that has been on Psychopathic and left Psychopathic, they got their own reasons and shit like that. Why? Some of them might not be, the best reasons, but people have their reasons. Me, I don't have a reason besides expanding my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no beef. A lot of people are like, fuck them. Fuck that. Because guess what? You know what? Here's the fucking truth. And this is for real. When somebody comes up to me, if somebody comes up to me and they're saying, fuck ICP and Psychopathic, guess what they're catching? They're catching a motherfucking beatdown, and that shit's facts, It's like, don't disrespect my fucking friends. You know what I'm saying? This is more than, it's just way different than a record deal from, say, Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? It's way different. You know what I'm saying? We were all a huge family at one point in time. And just like all families, people beef out and people don't talk to each other. That's cool. That's understandable. But us, it's like, as far as me, my situation goes, ain't nobody beefed out. we're cool. We still all talk.
Yeah.
Everybody over there appreciates what the fuck I'm doing over here, and I've always appreciated what the fuck they're doing over there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know,
Yeah.
they put me on to in the big game. You know.
And from that, I know you've probably learned from them too, the tricks of the trade, expanding your business.
I learned a lot of shit from them. You know, there was a lot of shit that I had to learn on my own while I was signed to that label. You know, on paper, and then there's shit that I had to learn even while I was expanding my own companies, you know. But yeah, they definitely taught me a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that I seen. You know, a lot of it mainly was when we were touring. I seen how a lot of the business worked and learned a lot of that shit, absorbed all that. You know, when we were back at home at Psychopathic Records, then you know the times that I was in certain meetings or certain certain shit going on like that, I absorbed that. You know, I was just I was a real young cat when I was the baby of the crew when I got signed. You know, I was the little brother. You know. So, I was nothing but a sponge at that time. So I just absorbed all that shit,
When with your roster, you got a stacked roster with Jason, Russell Hood, Bales. Is there anybody else you're looking at?
Well, yeah, there is. I can't and won't name them right now. But yeah, it's like, AR is here to stay. We're that new shit, period. You know what I'm saying? Call me being cocky, call me being whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? It's confidence. Don't mistake the confidence for cockiness. You know what I'm saying? Ever. I said that plenty of times before throughout the years. You know, a lot of people's like, oh, Clay's cocky. He's an asshole. No, I'm confident about what the fuck I'm doing. It's real detailed. I pay real close attention to what's going on everything on my label, from everything the artist is doing. Now, I don't like interrupt creativity. You know what I'm saying? Anything that, as far as the artist goes, I'm paying attention to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure everything is just going as smooth as it can possibly go, that I can make it go as a person. And so is my partner, Jose, who is the CEO as well. Me and him are CEOs of AR Entertainment, and I feel like he don't get enough shine because I'm DJ Clay, I'm in the limelight with a lot of shit and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't know that Jose, you know what I'm saying, like he's behind the scenes doing a lot of dope shit, you know what I'm saying, as well as me, you know what I'm saying? Like we're both doing a lot of dope shit you see coming out of our artists is because of me and that man as well,
What is on the horizon that you're so excited about? Maybe you can't talk about it, but there's just something out there where you're just like, you know what? I'm going to blow the minds of every single person, doubters, haters, all of them, that you're just like, there's just one thing that's coming that they ain't ready for.
There's not, because I think everybody knows it already. And it's what we just spoke about, was Let 'Em Bleed 5. Now, I could have kept that a secret and then just went and go ahead and dropped it on everybody and blew everybody's fucking wig back. I really could have did that. But, that ain't the approach I wanted. I wanted to let everybody know that there is another one coming. Like, rest assured, there is another one coming, because people are, it's a 50-50 always. 50% of my fans are always asking, when's there going to be another Let 'Em Bleed? The other 50% are asking just, when's there going to be another record, period. They don't care what it is. If it's a Let 'Em Bleed, a Bucket of Wicked, a Word Upside Down, one of the follow-up to Overfear, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they don't care what it is. Some of those fans just want to know what's next, but the other 50%, they want to know strictly about Let 'Em, so I didn't go like officially official and announce that, yes, one's coming out, but I have told everybody that I'm working on one,
And I always wondered if you can give me a little bit of a backstory of this. A World Upside Down, one of my favorite mixtapes, hands down. One of my favorite remixes on there is Clownin'. And
oh shit,
yeah, that beat is just ridiculous. When I'm clowning,
that When I'm Clowning remix, and that's crazy. I'm glad you said that. That's one of my favorite out of every mixtape I've ever did from Psychopath. That's one of my favorite remixes because I added such real drumline to it. For the most part, I produced the entire beat, but I brought this kid in. There was this dude working for us at Psychopathic in the warehouse named Sam. I'll never forget him because he was one of the coolest ninjas, you know what I'm saying, like ever. You know what I'm saying? Cool as fuck. Shout out to Sam. You know, but he had a son and his son's friend were into drumline and trumpet and shit like that, you know? I said, well, fucking bring him in, man. I'm working on this track right now that has this beat, and it sounds like some real live, you know, some real live marching band shit. So I love to have, I believe it was his son's friend that came in, and this kid was like fucking 16, 17 years old at the time, and he came in, and I had him just lay down mad drumline. He specialized in the snare, you know what I'm saying, like Nick Cannon in the fucking movie Drumline. That was him, you know, and fucking he came in. I had him play through the whole song in its entirety. I had him play through the whole song. A lot of it I didn't use. That's not because he sucked or something like that, but it's just because of what I heard, you know, as a producer, you know. So I cut a lot of it out, took some of it, placed it where it should go, made it what it is, what you hear now. So that drum line that you hear, that snare that you hear, that sounds like that's really that kid playing it, you know, he schooled it, you know. And then when it goes into the solos where I'm scratching and he's playing the sticks, you know, on the side of the snare, you know what I'm saying? I recommended him do that, like play, you know, solo out, go ahead and solo out, because I'm going to solo out on the turntables, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so we're gonna kill it at the same time. So, and that's how that happened, you know. So I'm real glad you asked about that, because I want to touch base on that, and nobody's asked me about that song ever, and it's one of my favorite remixes because of that reason. You know, anytime I get to bring in a live, you know, say a live artist, or you know, just live instruments, period. You know, I really enjoy that, because if I do that, then it's because I can't do it personally. You know what I'm saying? So I bring somebody in. You know, if I can't play a certain instrument, I'll reach out to somebody that can play the instrument and bring them in. You know.
By far my favorite, because it bumps so hard, and knowing that there was actual drums in it, that just even makes it even 10 times much more dope. In that, out of all your projects, which one would you say is your favorite?
Ooh, man.
You can rank them from top to bottom.
I'm so proud of the new solo record that's going to be number one on my list. And the reason why I say that is because it's the first solo project. I had a lot to prove, a lot to say, a lot of ideas that were saved until this time for this record. Some of these songs, you know, the titles, maybe not the title per se, but the idea for the song was something that I might have had, you know, 2, 3, 5 years back, you know, but I saved it for the solo record, because throughout my entire professional career, people, you know, when I dropped Let 'Em Bleed 1, I had solo songs on there. And then Let 'Em Bleed 2, 3, 4, Book of the Wicked 1, Book of the Wicked 2. World Upside Down is when I took myself out of the equation as far as putting solo songs on there. By the time I did a World Upside Down, I was like, yo, man, this mixtape's so dope the way it is. I don't feel like I need to add a solo song to it. Not saying it would make it doper or not, you know what I'm saying? But I'm taking myself out the equation. So that way, people would be a little more, so that way the fans would be a little bit more appreciative of when the solo record does drop, or a little more anticipation for the solo record, you know, shit like that. And, you know, in a few years past since then, since A World Upside Down, that's when I gave him the solo record, you know. I gave him a mixtape in between then, which was the Sideways Room, you know, which was the EDM mixtape. And that was my way of proving to everybody that loved EDM and the EDM world itself that, yeah, I can do this shit too. You know, I'm a DJ. I'm fucking DJ Clay. I can do whatever you fucking need me to do, any genre of music. You need me to do it, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go ahead and stroke my own dick about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go ahead and just jump on my own fucking dick real quick and say that I can do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's been me. That's been me and my mentality my entire life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was put here for one fucking thing, and that's this music shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fans speak for themselves when no matter how many people it is. You know, but I've had more than I can count on fucking 4 hands, you know, because I got 4 hands. That's how I DJ so sweet. More than I can count on my fingers and toes. I've had people come up to me, tell me how this song or that song or this song has inspired their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like when I perform just a song I wrote to this day, all these years later, like I see people teared up in the audience. You know, like some people are crying when they hear that song. And when I wrote that song, that's why it's called just a song I wrote. I wanted to be very clear about that because it was just a song I wrote. I didn't really get shot. I didn't really fucking die because I'm here right now, clearly. But what I'm saying though is like all I could do is write about what I think it would be like if I did get shot and if I was dying. I would do solo songs on the mixtapes like that. So there was a high demand for this solo album. You know, for years and years, very anticipated. So my first record, number one, would be Over Fear. After that, it's just because it's such a personal record, you know, to me. You know, I've heard people say, "Oh, this one song, this one lyric, you know, sounds like you're taking a shot at ICP." Let's go ahead and clear that right now. See, here's the thing: a lot of people haven't conducted interviews to where I've explained this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, what I just said, if you feel like that about a lyric on one of the songs on Overfear, you got me all the way fucked up. Like, all the way fucked up. There's no, I would never base my career on dissing any motherfucking buddy. Anybody, let alone my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like certain lyrics people think that I'm just like, no, take it, take it how you want it, homie. I'm talking about your mom. Talking about your dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, apply it to that. Apply it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Apply it to yourself. And the shoe's gonna fit probably. But if it does fit, for is what I mean. You know what I'm saying? If the shoe fits, motherfucking wear it. You know what I'm saying? Put that bitch on and fucking jog down the street with that bitch. So just to answer your question, favorite albums, that one is the first, because that's the first of a three-part series. That's why it's called Over the Fear of ... The second solo record that I do is going to be a continuance of that. The title is going to be another phrase ... I'm only doing 3 of these solo records, and that's it. I'm done with the solo records after that. I'm only doing 3. So motherfuckers better get up on it now and listen to every motherfucking thing I'm saying on those records. I'm not just rapping to rap to make words rhyme. Like, I'm saying some shit, you know what I'm saying? So by the time the third one's there, it's gonna have an entire sentence. Which means a lot to me. It's gonna mean a lot to the fans. It's gonna mean a lot to people. People are gonna take it different ways, but it's gonna mean a lot to them no matter how they take it. So that's how the whole Overfear shit is going. Right now, the reason why I say Overfear is because I'm not going to release the next 2 titles because that's the era we're in right now. We're in the Overfear era. After that, though, if I did have to choose, it would be Let 'Em Bleed 1. And not because that's the first of the fucking series. No, no. For some reason, see, Let 'Em Bleed 2, Let 'Em Bleed 2 did numbers. Like, that motherfucker charted on Billboard way higher than Let 'Em Bleed 1 did. I don't even think Let 'Em Bleed 1 charted on Billboard Top 200 at all. I'd have to double check, but I don't think it did. But Let 'Em Bleed 2, Let 'Em Bleed 3, they all did. The first one didn't, but the first one would be my favorite after that. Let 'Em Bleed 2, personally, I don't know how or why it charted so much. That's my opinion, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not my favorite Let 'Em Bleed. You know what I'm saying? After that, I would go like this. If I were to put it in order, we're talking just Let 'Em Bleed now. Just Let 'Em Bleed. I would say Let 'Em Bleed 1, 3, 4, 2. That's my order. And then after that, if we're talking Book of the Wicked, it goes in the exact order it was dropped. Book of the Wicked 1, 2, and World Upside Down. But if I put them all in order, it would be a World Upside Down first, Let 'Em Bleed 1 second, Let 'Em Bleed 3 third, Let 'Em Bleed 4, Book of the Wicked 2, Book of the Wicked 1, Let 'Em Bleed 2, if I didn't mention that yet. And that's how it'd be in my order. That's my opinion.
I'm happy you said that just because I feel the same way. I like Let 'Em Bleed Volume 2, but that first Let 'Em Bleed is so special on so many levels, has one of my favorite tracks of all time. So I like to kill, I'm a murderer, murderer. You know,
Oh yeah, man. Fucking Esham and Boondocks, that was so dope.
is there an artist today that you're looking forward to try to reach out and work with?
Yes and no. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes any sense. Because there's more than just an artist, you know what I'm saying, that I want to reach out to. There's multiple artists that I would love to reach out to and work with, you know. And, you know, when I say yes and no, you know, the no part is no because I'm already talking to a lot of the artists that I want to work with, you know. So like I said, I don't know if that makes sense. In my fucking brain it does. You know, like yeah, there's art, but there is artists I want to work with that I might not have a reach out to. You know, that I might not have their number or any type of plug, even through a mutual homie or something like that. There is artists that I would love to work with. You know, that I feel like is kind of, you know, might be out of my reach. You know, if that's what you're asking, then yeah, there is some. You know, if you would like me to name some, I like thinking real big. You know, I like thinking like shooting for the stars. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get fucking a DJ Clay and Corn collabo, or even a fucking DJ Clay and, you know, Jonathan Davis, you know, collabo. You know, something like that. That's like a dream collab. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those ones that are. It's either gonna cost me a lot of fucking money, or we're gonna have to have a real close mutual homie or something. You know, so. But yeah, but like to answer that question, it's like yes and no.
Well, I was just thinking in the nature of like a Ouija Mac or Light, because I know he's doing this
Oh
thing.
yeah, I mean, fuck, we're talking about Ouija or Light. I mean, those are very good friends of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, me and Ouija gained a great relationship when I was mixing the Gutter Water album. You know, I mixed that entire record. Me and him spent a lot of long days and nights in the studio together. I mean, there was nights that we slept in the Lotus Pod. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a blow up mattress, I had a blow up mattress. We slept in that motherfucker just to wake up a few hours later and continue on mixing the record. You know what I'm saying? So me and him gained a, you know, and then the occasional partying and shit like that. You know, when we needed a little break, it's like, but shit like that. You know, we gained a dope relationship for that. You know, and I consider Ouija a real good friend and person. You know what I'm saying? Like when I called him not too long ago, last time we spoke on the phone, you know, it was a great conversation. You know, he was glad to hear from me. I was glad to hear from him. You know, and it's the same with Light. You know, me and Light's relationships are slightly different because we've known each other just a little bit longer. You know, we've done a little bit more stuff together as far as like touring, and you know, I was one of I don't know how many people know it or whatever, but I was one of the I was there's only a couple of us, but I was one of the people to actually throw Light's name out there to the higher ups at Psychopathic to get Light on the squad. You know, like I said, it wasn't just me. There was me and there's a couple other people rooting for Light real tough. You know, but they listened. You know, and they gave him a chance, and he made it. You know, he made it down to the label, made that record, which is a great record. You know, and so but yeah, as far as like working with them, you're saying like, fuck yeah, like I mean, me and Light, I just did a song, a verse for one of Light's songs on his album, and when I say I just did it, I didn't literally just do it. We did it a little whiles back when I made a post about it on Instagram a little while back. It was probably like a few months ago now for his album. Ouija, yeah, me and him were talking, and it looks more like if me and Ouija do some work, it's gonna be something pretty fucking dope, like a single. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be just a mixtape collab or nothing like that. It'd be a single or some dope shit like that. I really love the way Ouija works on his shit. It's different. It's different than most artists that I work with. You know, the way he works in the studio, in the booth, you know, is to me is very intriguing and it's fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying?
I always imagined like you doing a collab, MMFD, Scum and Insane Poetry, hearing them on a DJ Clay production. To me, I'm like, oh, let's make that happen.
If they want DJ Clay production, Scum, you know what I'm saying? He's the homie, for some years now. Scum owns a club as well out in Denver and has brought me out many times and showed me great hospitality, a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And we've made a lot of good money together, always good business. If he wanted some production from me, I'll send it over to him tonight if he hit me up, some shit like that, And Insane Poetry, he's such a dope rapper, and I got so much love for him. He got so much love for me. It's a mutual thing between me and him. So it's like, it don't matter who hits me up, either one of them, I'd send the beat over right now to them. I guess to answer your question is, all they gotta do is hit me up. I got them.
Would there be an option if Twisted reached out to you to work on a project?
If Twisted reached, that's a hard decision, man. It's hard. It's hard to pick between. It's hard to choose sides. Like people are choosing. People are choosing the psychopathic side or the M&E side. Well, here's the truth and the fucking facts about me when it comes to that. All I know is my side. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I know is AR, and all I know is the side that put me on, which is psychopathic. I don't know what goes on at M&E. I know everybody on M&E. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of business goes on at M&E. I received a very minute, you know what I'm saying, like a couple texts from that camp and a recent one as well. But the thing is it's like psychopathic's the one that put me on, and I don't want nobody to get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? Like, no pun intended, but I don't want nobody to get it twisted. Like, I'm choosing sides, but it's man, I would fucking love to do something for those guys if they wanted something, I would love to. But the realness in me wouldn't allow me to because of my loyalty to close friends, It's deeper than, man, and it's so crazy. It's hard to explain, it's hard to explain more than what I'm even saying right now, you know what I'm saying? But it's as much as I would love to, I can't. And it's not because I'm under some contract from Psychopathic, because I'm not. It's not because, and people would think Joe Bruce told me not to. It's not because of that. You know what I'm saying? It's because of just the way I am and I work, as a person, as a loyal person to the motherfuckers that put me in the position I'm in, it wasn't nobody else but ICP themselves that put me in this position that I'm in, it's when I was a youngster, you know what I'm saying? They gave me that chance, nobody else did. So I to keep it 1,000,000%, I got to keep it at least show some respect to that,
And here's a fun question before we get out of here, because I've been wanting to pick your brain about this, but I wanted to wait until I actually saw you in person here.
Side note, if everybody just did that dumb shit somehow, fuck yeah, I'd love to produce for anybody and everybody. You know what I'm saying? That fucks with me. If they got if you got love for DJ Clay, I got love for you. And if you need some shit, I got some shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's simple as that. If that sums it up,
So what I was going into, because I just want to have a little fun with you, because I know you look at the hip hop world and stuff like that. What is your take on the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine bullshit?
I want him on the next mixtape, and I hold him on a song. It was, it wasn't him per se. It was just that style. If you ask me, he's the pioneer of the style that he does. But there's also a lot of B-list rappers that sound like him, so that song called Just Like You that I did on Overfear, pretty sure you're familiar with it.
Very much so.
So you got the gist of what I did on that song. That song, I'm hoeing the styles. I'm hoeing the B-list rappers of those styles. I'm not hoeing the pioneers of those styles, but I am just I am just a DJ, and I can rap just like you, you know? So that was the whole premise of that song, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I started chopping at the beginning, I wasn't holding Tech 9, but I was holding everybody that came after Tech 9 and just tried to sound like him, you know? Because Tech's a homie, you know? And, you know, the horrorcore sound I did, you know, I wasn't holding Mars or LSP. I was holding the people that try to sound like them. You know, it's like there's certain people that I look at as even if it's not the originators, it's the pioneers of that sound in that genre. You know, from horrorcore to fucking 6ix9ine style. You know what I'm saying? To, you know, like what you were talking about. You know, but yeah, you were asking. The question was what? How do I feel about 6ix9ine? I want him on the mixtape. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. However people want to look at him, he's a snitch. He's not a snitch. You know, a lot of people are saying they did the same goddamn shit he did. If their people did them wrong like that as well, or whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't know him personally. You know what I'm saying? Me and him didn't do no gangster shit together. We didn't sell no dope or fucking shoot at people together. So he ain't snitching on me. But guess what? He's selling the fuck out of some records. So I want him on the mixtape. That's how I feel about it.
Before we get out of here, I'm gonna make sure I have all your plugs underneath in the description below. What would you like? The last thing would you like to plug?
I just want to plug my entire label, dog, and everybody on it. You know, Bales, BAILZ. Go follow him on everything. Google the motherfucker. Like here's the easiest way. Instead of dropping this link after link after link after link, Google Bales. All his shit will pop up right there. You know, Jason the Sin God. I seen the interview that you just did with him. By the way, that was a great interview. He gave you the best, probably the best interview that he'll give anybody. You know. He gave you a real good interview, man. He gave you a lot of real dope insight on shit. You know, I liked it thoroughly. You know, Russell Hood, there's a lot more shit coming from him as well. You know, he's a little more silent type, but he speaks through his music. You know, Big Chief, Jose, who I was talking about. You know, just all that shit I want to plug. You know, follow all those cats. I mean, my entire label and everybody on it. You can Google it. I don't want to sound like one of the dickheads. Google it. Fucking Google it. We're fucking famous. Google it. But the reason why I'm saying it is because that's just the easiest way to find everybody's social media. And, you know, we're legit enough to where if you Google it, it's going to fucking pop up. So that way I got to drop everybody's individual fucking links for all their fucking social media. There's so much social media these days. You know, that I don't want to do it. I don't want to drop it all. Some people shit for their Instagram is different than their Twitter. Their Twitter is different than their Facebook. Fuck that. We'll put it right there. We'll just drop it all in text on the interview here.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. We've been working on this for a while now to get this done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And shout out to you, your whole squad. I love everything y'all are doing on some real shit. And I think I made a post about it before. I don't know why you guys ain't got like millions of views right now. Because you guys do some of the dopest fucking reviews that I watch. It thoroughly entertains me, you know? So I have mad love for y'all over there.
Well, C Plus Studio sends our love to A&R. We love you guys as well. Keep doing you. We'll keep repping the underground as much as we can and making sure that love is just spread, you know, just spread like butter. That's what we like to do here.
We got you. More virtual concerts coming soon. You heard it here first. Jason, the Sin God single dropping next month. Heard it first here.
So before we get out of here, we like to say, when in doubt, fuck your couch. So I'll set it up with when in doubt, and then me, you'll say, fuck your couch.
Let's get it.
All right, y'all. Well, when in doubt, fuck your couch.
Keep an eye on it. Hey, that sounds better. How's it look on the screen, dude? Watch the screen. I'm not peeking, am I? I didn't place an ad for this job, but fuck it, they hired me, so I'ma learn this bitch and rob it. See, most of y'all cats is temporary. Your buzz is hot now, but you're freezing by February. Unless you took a mortgage out and spent it on a feature, but didn't realize you just paid a rapper to eat ya. You can't feed your kids, but fuck it, you got a single. Like Def Jam, Capital, and Interscope really need you. I can see through you and not see you. Have beef with you through YouTube and never see you or meet you. The language that I'm speaking is evil to most people. I wish they put their ears a little closer to the tweeter, so I can pull my dick out and fuck them all through the speaker. I'm getting that doesn't like me. I try to drop her off, but keep forgetting that it's wifey. I got a side bitch that's reading this as I'm writing. She always leak my shit, that's why my record sales been lighter. And the one thing that ain't on my to-do list is to think that I'm the only dude that has the gift to do this. Shout out my entire iTunes list. Everybody from Lou to X, Stitches and Judas. I don't gotta feed you any hype. I owe a lot of bills and can't get a credit line. I also like to mess around with drugs, whether selling or doing them, I don't really give a fuck. I know that you ain't come here to judge, cause I got that little black and white label that's on the front. I don't even know why we advise you, cause you buy the shit anyway, and the kiddies do like I do. I'm just being me, you just being you. You just talking shit, I'm just speaking truth. You can speak on me, I'ma speak on you. You just talking shit, I'm just speaking truth. I'm just being me, you just being you. You just talking shit, I'm just speaking truth. You can speak on me, I'ma speak on you. You just talking shit, I'm just speaking truth. Speaking truth.